Hey guys, I decided to go live. I actually went live on Instagram, and the conversation was so good. I was like, wait a minute, let me just do this on YouTube as well. I should have set it up where I could just done it, and to go live in all different locations. But it was kind of impromptu. I wanted to do it to create this live for you guys, and yeah, so I thought this was something that was really good for you. So, hopefully you guys are having a great Sunday. Today's actually a really good day. We've been creating content, just working, just getting ready for the week. I'm super excited. We have a bunch of new clients that we're about to onboard. So we're really excited about that. We have an event that's coming up that I'm gonna talk to you guys about. It's called the Revenue Playbook. And I'm doing something a little different. This is something that I want to make sure that we can get out to you guys, and this is going to be almost like really an in-person event. We're going to go live actually on YouTube, but then we're also going to go live on our it's going to be an actual live event as well. So I wanted to make sure that you guys had access to that. All right, so let's get into it, guys. So we're going to be talking about the 4 deadly sins of business, and what I want you guys to do too. So if you listen to this video, if you're watching the video, if you have some other deadly sins that you've seen or things that we should avoid when it comes to business, make sure you drop it in the chat below. Let's check it out and see what you have. So let's get into it, guys. So I'm super excited about this conversation because one of the things that we want to make sure that we can avoid at all costs are the deadly sins of business, right? I think it was befitting that today is Sunday and we're talking about the deadly sins of business. Now, some of the deadly sins in life, or religion is similar to the deadly sins that we can have in business too. So, it's like greed, envy, all those different things. Those are actually deadly sins that we should avoid at all costs. In the same way, the same severity that we see those deadly sins within a person's personal life or religious spiritual life, you should also have those same things within your business as well, because we want to make sure that we're healthy as a business owner. We want to make sure that we're in the right space mentally, the right place, in the right environments to make sure that we are successful. So guys, let's hop into it. Like I said, any comments, make sure you drop it below. Thank you guys for checking out this page. This is Terrence at Blackwell Legacy Group. So if you guys have never, this is your first time watching one of our videos, we are business consultants that help small business owners to increase their revenue by $50,000 without spending more money on marketing and advertising. So let's hop into it. Thank you guys for checking out this video. Deadly sin number one. Deadly sin number one, guys. So what do you think should be number one? Boom, boom, boom. Anytime we're looking at helping a client, to get from where they are right now to where they want to go, guess what's the biggest hindrance? Just guess, right? And if you said mindset, then you would be 100% correct. One of the biggest things that I've seen is the mindset of entrepreneurs that holds them back so many times. It's the things that they tell themselves, it's the things that they do, the actions that they take. I can just look at what you're doing on a daily basis, what you're saying to yourself on a daily basis, and I can predict where you're going to be based on the things that you do consistently, right? So the number one is going to be you've become failure conscious, right? Number one, you've become failure conscious. So what I want to do is let's break that down. What does that mean? Everyone knows what failure means, right? Failure means to hit a goal, not succeed. To put something out there that you know is that you should be doing and you don't do it. So that's what's failure, right? Conscious is going to be a part of your personality that separates the good and the bad, right? That's that tingling feeling that you get when you know something feels good or when something doesn't feel good, right? And it typically your conscious will keep you from reacting, when it comes to urges. So Terrence, what does that mean? Why did you put those two things together? So failure conscious is going to be you literally saying, I don't care about this feeling that I'm supposed to get when something's not right. Avoiding that, just saying, forget that. I'm gonna ignore that, and you running towards failure, right? So what does that mean? That means instead of thinking good thoughts, you're thinking about what are all the negative things that can happen. You hit a goal, man. I know I'm not gonna hit this goal, or I'm not going to set a goal for 50,000 because I know I didn't do 5,000 last month, right? That's failure conscious. Because if you create a an actual game plan to hit a goal, and you put the work in to hit that goal, guess what? You're gonna supersede your thoughts. But you have to take away the blinders. You have to take away the I don't want to do that much. I don't need that much, right? That's a big issue within your community, within your community of thoughts. Because now you're gonna put yourself in that position of lack, right? And if you're operating from a space where you have that failure mentality or that failure conscious, guess what? It's a sin. And it's a sin because you're supposed to live in abundance. Like you're supposed to have more than you can ever desire, right? And this doesn't always mean the monetary aspect. This can sometimes this can just be the peace of mind. It can be the level of love that you get from friends and family. Those are all revenue. Those are all revenue sources, right? When you're loved, guess what? You feel that. That's revenue, right? That fuels you. So guys, so number one is going to be you've become failure conscious. So what are some things that people say when they're failure conscious? Um, how you doing today? I'm doing okay. I could be better. What? What do you mean? Right? Or I can't complain. If you say I can't complain, that means that you really want to complain. You just don't think I'm going to listen, right? You want to complain to me, but you don't think that I'm going to listen. And you're right. I don't necessarily want to listen to you complain, right? Because everyone has issues, but it's all about what you do with that issue that separates you from being great or being in lack, right? Um, Here's a big one. Sometimes when I'm meeting with clients, we'll ask them, so what is your goal? You know, like what is your income goal? Or what is the goal that you have for your business within 4 or 5 years, etc. Right? And one of the things that they always say is, I don't want a whole lot. I just want a little bit. You know, I just want to be comfortable. Being comfortable is a mindset. If you say that you want to be comfortable, what that means is, I just want to have enough to get by. I just want enough to get by. And if you're okay with that, excuse me, if you're okay with just having enough to get by, then cool. I don't want to stop you from having enough, but we've been promised abundance. What do you mean? What are you talking about? Why do you only want to be comfortable, right? Because if you're comfortable, can you give to the charities like you want to give? If you're comfortable, can you send kids to college without worrying about them having student loans? If you're comfortable, can you buy your mom or your dad that house or that car or that boat that they really want? Like that's right. So we have to redefine the words that we're putting out. And one of the things that I posted this on Facebook the other day, it was so pivotal to me. And I was listening to a podcast, and they were talking about how we frame words and how we frame different things, right? And one of the things that I thought about was, um, I'm a worker. Not that I love working. I love working smart, right? But I don't enjoy the work. I mean, I don't. I enjoy the work. That's what I meant, right? So one of the things, because of that, one of the things that I would get caught saying sometimes is, I'm just hustling. I'm hustling and grinding, right? But then someone broke it down to me. They said, we're not meant to hustle and grind as people. It's not in our nature to hustle and grind. Hustling and grinding is for machines. Machines hustle and grind. They work and work and work and work and work and work and work until they break down. But even machines break down, which tells me that if a machine can break down and it's meant to hustle and grind, then I'm not supposed to hustle and grind because I'm definitely gonna break down, right? So what that means is I should be in a natural element. My natural element is to flow. What does flow look like? Flow looks like clients coming to me. Flow looks like, my income increasing consistently, right? This is flow. Flow is me meeting the right people who, and right people and right clients who blows my mind, right? Because having a failure mindset or a failure consciousness, man, I only want to make 20,000 a month. What? Why? When there's people who make $20,000 an hour. You want to make 20,000 a month, but it's people who make 20,000 an hour, right? So think about what can you do when you're in that position. So number one, is you become failure conscious. Number two, you have a belief that you can do it all. This is one of the biggest sins of business because what it does is it puts us in a box that makes us think that we can do it all, right? And if you think that you can do it all, you never want to grow. Now think about this. Do you want 5% of a million, or would you rather have 100% of 50,000, right? Which one do you want? That tells me how you process, right? The reason why people don't hire or bring someone on or delegate is because they don't trust people. That's why here they don't trust people. They don't know how to delegate work, right? They don't know how to ask for help. They think they can do it all, but you can't do it all. So if you're right now, and I'm talking to you, if you've said to yourself, I can do it, or if you give someone a task and you just take it over and do it, you're hustling backwards. Pay someone to help you, right? Recently, we had a mindset shift. My wife is expecting, or we're expecting, and one of the things I said was, wait a minute. She doesn't feel like cooking. I mean, hire somebody to cook. She doesn't feel like cleaning. Let's hire somebody to clean, right? Guess what? Those are two things that I just alleviated from her worrying about it and me worrying about it, right? Because I don't feel like cooking. I don't have the time to cook. I don't have the time to clean, right? Let's just pay someone. This it's money. Because if we think that if we think those two things are equivalent, we're completely wrong. Time and money are not the same. They're not equivalent. Time is not money. That's wrong. Time is not money, right? And if you think time is money, I heard this analogy from brother Myron Golden. And he said, if you think time is money, then and I'm probably gonna mess this up, but this is the basis of the statement. He said, if you think time is money, I'm gonna give you $1 million, right? And you want $1 million, right? But on the other hand, what if I said you only have a day to live? But you have this $1 million, but you only now have a day to live. Now, are you still? How much do you care about the $1 million? You don't care about the $1 million as much because now you care more about the time because you would rather have more than 2 days to live than just 2 days. But you got $1 million, right? Think about that. So time is always money. So think about what things can you be doing right now within your business to free up time that you can pay someone to do. If you're cutting grass right now, guess what? That's a client that you can't help. What does it cost for someone to cut your grass? $50, $100, right? How much do you make an hour? If you help one client, if the time it takes you every 2 weeks to cut the grass, right? Let's say that's 3 hours out of an hour and a half a week. That hour and a half a week, what if you were to help a client or get a client within that hour and a half? Cooking. Man, what if you could take, and the thing about cooking is this, guys, it's not just the time it takes to cook, but it's the thought of cooking. Here, because my wife is gonna ask me a million times, hey babe, what do you want to eat? I don't care. You know what I eat. You know what I don't eat. I don't care, right? So just think about that. Think about, man, the time that you can be thinking about something else, but you're thinking about what am I going to eat today? When we paid someone to do meal prep for us, guess what? I go in the freezer or refrigerator, get my food out, put it in the oven, and keep it moving. I don't have to think about it. So, same thing. What things are you doing right now within your business that you can say, you know what, that's something I don't want to do. Let me see if I can just pay someone to do it. Well, Terrence, I don't have the money. Go make the money. Just go make the money, right? So, number one is you become failure conscious. Number two is you have the belief that you can do it all. Number three, the third deadly sin of business is you're selling rather than helping people, right? So, if you are in that position where you just right, what comes with that? What comes with that is more deadly sins, right? What comes with that is you're not offering a premium product. What comes with that is, you're putting yourself in a position where you're not having the integrity within your business, which means that you're saying or doing things that you can't fulfill that promise, right? That's all of that is, you're selling more than you're helping people. Your basis of analysis or your basis for helping any client should be helping. How is this product or service going to help a client, right? So if your product or service doesn't help a client, guess what? You're going to be out of business pretty soon. 100%. You're going to be out of business pretty soon. Number four, guys. Number four is understanding or failure to understand the customer's journey, right? So I'm gonna give you guys this example of a real estate agent, and this, if you guys are a real estate agent right now, this is literally step by step what you can do to grow your business, grow your revenue, blow your revenue out of the water. And most I pick on real estate agents a lot because I've seen a lot of people go into that industry not understanding that it's a business. You still have to run it like you would a business. And most people go into it just thinking I just need to sell houses, right? They get caught up in number three and the third deadly sin, which is selling and not helping, right? And this is how you can make that transition. So if I'm a real estate agent, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have services on the front end and I'm going to have services on the back end of that client, right? Because what I realize is as a business, as a person who buys a home, I'm probably going to buy another house within, 12, maybe 15 years, right? But guess what? I don't even remember the name of the person who sold me the house 15 years ago. But why? I wonder why, right? The reason why is most real estate agents don't follow up. They never talk to that person again. Because why? All they care about is selling the house, right? So what I'm gonna do on the front end, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a program. I'm gonna partner with a program, someone who does like credit restoration, financial planner, someone who can help them save money. So I'm gonna have all of these things on the front end, right? I may even do free courses or free programs to offer to like first time home buyers or something like that, and have all these resources on the front end, right? Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a joint venture with a credit restoration company, a good credit restoration company, right? So every time I refer someone to this client, to the company, guess what? They're not. I can't get paid technically until I sell them a home. But if I put them in this credit restoration program, guess what? That company will pay me a fee for helping that person. Boom. So that's the first time we get paid for that client. Then they come into my process. I actually sell them a home, right? So I get paid for selling them a home. On the back end, what does that client need? If I have a new house, guess what? I need lawn care. I may need a fence built. I may need a deck built. I may need solar panels. I may need power washing. I may need gravel for my driveway. I may need a new towel. And I may need a wall towel. Guess what? I'm gonna have all of those things in place, right? Because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say, listen, um, within I mean, even like lawn care, within this process, if you buy from me, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw in 2 months of lawn care. Whoa, what? 2 months of lawn care? 2 months of lawn care is on me, right? What does that do? That separates me from another real estate agent, right? But also what that does is now what I can do for that lawn care company, I can go to them, listen, I have a client who is, if you do a good job, they're gonna stay with you. And I'll pay you up front. I'll pay you for 2 months up front. If they stay on after the 2 months, you pay me monthly. That's a joint venture partnership, right? Guess what? They're gonna say yes. Because what does a lawn care company want? They want more customers. They want more customers that they don't have to think about this. They're getting more customers every month. They don't have to market. They don't have to sell. They don't have to knock on doors. None of that, right? Guess what? And my client is happy. That's understanding your client's customer journey, right? What is that client going to buy before or after? What are they going to do within that process? This is how you can put yourself in a position where your clients will always remember you, because now you're the go-to person for anything related to a house, right? They need a lawyer, a contract lawyer or something. What? I know a person. Now, 15 years down the road, guess what? Guess who they still gonna call? Me. Because I'm also gonna follow up every 6 months. Hey, how's everything going in the house? Because guess what happens, guys? A spouse passes away. Someone gets a job and they have to move, right? People, they're getting, their families expanded. They need a bigger home. Guess what? I sold this person 4 years ago, but now, they need a new home. They need a bigger home. Guess who they're going to call? Because I've been following up. I've been following up every 6 months, right? That's understanding your customer journey, right? So, guys, hopefully this was good information. These are the 4 deadly sins of business. And there's a lot more. These are just a few that I put together really quick. It was on my mind to put this out, so I just wanted to create this really quickly. So hopefully you guys found some value in this. Guys, listen, if you haven't already, register we're having an event called the Revenue Playbook. The Revenue Playbook is literally going to be a case study of a client that we help. We helped this client increase their revenue by $50,000 in 30 minutes. We literally did a coaching session in 30 minutes, helped the client increase their revenue by $50,000. And in this live event, we're going to show you guys exactly the 4 moves that we did to increase their revenue, to 4x their revenue, right? So if you are if you're wondering to yourself, man, I want to be in a better position, within my business. I'm tired of struggling. I'm tired of not knowing how to increase my revenue or how to get to the next stage of my business. You want this to be a smooth and flow within your business. Then make sure you hit the link below. Make sure you sign up for this event and get started, guys. Like, if you haven't already, make sure you sign up for this event. We're going to do this live on YouTube, and we're also going to do a live event in Richmond, Virginia to do this for this event for Revenue Playbook. So if you want this, hit below. If you want access to it, comment below, Revenue Playbook, and we'll send you guys the login, or we'll send you guys the information to sign up. Hopefully this was good information for you guys. Any questions, guys, put it below. Any comments or questions, put it below. Make sure if you watch this entire video, if you come this far, if you haven't subscribed yet, why not? Make sure you go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell notification so that you can always be aware of things that's going on, especially if you're going to check out this live event on the 31st of May. Make sure you hit the bell notification so you can know when we go live. You don't want to miss it. This is definitely one that you don't want to miss. So if you're on the fence, jump off the fence, right? That's deadly sin number 5. We're gonna talk about that later. All right, thank you guys so much for checking out this video. We appreciate you guys. We're right at 24 minutes, 25 minutes. So we appreciate you guys for checking this out, and we are out. Peace.